The butt crawl. Do 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 do. Okay. Arma 3 with a Steam controller. This might also take a little bit of time. That's a little shout out to my Arma 3 expatter video. So, hey, if you don't have a Steam controller and you want to play Arma 3 with a controller, you can for sure check that video out. Browse configs and just look for the ARMAgerd, which I couldn't resist. I had to have a little bit of fun with the title. But yeah, it should be showing up in the community configs. Let's just get right into it and go over basic stuff. Okay. Movement clearly, is bound to left stick. Left stick all the way forward? Or, well, actually, there's an outer edge binding. All the way is shift. Let's get in here. I want to show you all this stuff. So here, yeah, you can see we have WASD. I do want the overlap for that. I lowered the dead zone a lot, so if you're getting drifting, just up the dead zone. And I made the binding fairly far out, and then you can see that it's left shift. Also on that left stick, we have, if I'm going forward and I click, that is the walk or run toggle. So now I'm going nice and slow. And then all the way forward will still run. So right here. S was bound to the click because the walk and run toggle is forward. It's WS at the same time. And you can see that says grenade. We'll get into that stuff in a second. Just mentioning that though, it's important to remember with most of my profiles. The left bumper, I usually will use that as a modifying button. I'm in the habit of that. It works out pretty well, and trust me, this profile is using pretty much all of it. Right pad is gyro is on. The gyro is dampened quite a bit if you hold in the triggers. And the movement is also dampened vertically compared to horizontal. Now for that, you can change all of that around. See, I put the sensitivity down. It's the vertical scale sensitivity. You can fiddle with that. Pulling either triggers, it will dampen that gyro movement so you can get better aiming like in a scope view. And also, on the gyro, tilt all the way is Q and E, which it works. I'm liking that. It works well. Position changes. That is a click on the left, a click on the right pad is crouch. Crouch again, click pad again to stand up. Double tap, prone. Double tap, come back up. Click, crouch, okay? So the click is a crouch, double tap is prone. If you want to, just modify, let's go to the third person view. If you want to modify the stance, that will be the left grip. Hold left grip in, that is control. So I'm just tapping down while I'm holding in the grip. So we can adjust our stance however we want. Paddle is left control. Now that will also come into play for changing optics. So I tap the trigger, that goes down to my optics, but what if I want to use that red dot sight up on top? Hold in the paddle, tap it. Then we can switch. I'm holding in the paddle, tapping the trigger. Switch our optics mode. Tap the left trigger to change the view, hold it to zoom in. Now, a full squeeze on the trigger is... Let's go over to the sandbag. That's our bipod. So you just squeeze it all the way. And that is a hip fire mode on the trigger. You can initiate the bipod without initiating the threshold action at all. So that's really nice. Full squeeze for the bipod. And that, we can see, is, boom, right there, full pull, hip fire, normal. Y is vault. X will be reload. A is use, a middle mouse button. B is your inventory. Yeah, and then we can move all around. We can use the gyro too. Right bumper is change view. Right paddle is alt for free look. And obviously trigger is fire. Left on the left trackpad is compass. Double tap it to hold it up. I took the click off on this just so you can be nice and quick. Hold it. Down is scroll wheel down, up scroll wheel up. Right is change your fire mode. You can see up on the top right. Semi-auto and auto. Select is command.
Two, move left. Solid copy. Ready.
Okay, and start is obviously. Alright, let's get into the modifiers a little bit. We hold in that modify button, then boom, this becomes a touch menu. We have our map, watch, journal for objectives, binoculars, night vision, I'm blind! Zoom up, zoom down, which is for scopes. Zero up and down, which is also for scopes. But we'll see that in action in a second. What else? Hold in the modifier and click. Boom, it's a grenade. So, now if I wanted to switch my grenade type, I hold in the modifier. This is a little tricky. Hold in the modifier, hold in control, and then also click. Got white smoke, green light. Let's go with some green smoke. Hold in the modifier, click. Let's throw it up here. The right pad, let's go into the map, because that's... Hold in the modifier, click. That places a marker. Okay? So then let's go out of the map, and there's my marker. Go back into the map, hold the modifier, double tap, that deletes my marker. So this has add a map marker and delete the map marker while you're holding in that modifier. Hold in the modifier on reload, that switches to your sidearm. And modifier on A is backspace, which will give you a little bit more. Yeah, let's go prone. Don't you get on your belly, boy?
Hit the dirt.
That's right. Bumper and B will be microphone, which I don't have. It's not going to show right now, but that's just holding caps lock. Bumper and Y will be lights, which just it's not showing up because I have it set to brighten the day out right now. Yeah, it's just not showing. So I think that covers all the modifiers though. Well, actually, if you hold in the modifier, this is like a carryover from my X-Patter profiles. Lean is on the stick, if you want it. And then down is Z and up is shift. That comes into play for vehicles. That'll be your elevation. But we will go over that. I'm going to cover it all. I know it's tedious, but really, please watch this if you have questions. Because more than likely, I'm covering it in here. So alright, let's see this in action. I hold in the paddle, switch to my scope, zoom up. Okay, this is just about 500 meters, so my zeroing will be good. Boom. Okay. Now over here, this one is roughly 1,000 meters. So I'm going to bumper 0 up. 1,000. Hold in the trigger to hold breath. Nice. Let's take it back. So, alright, I think that covers everything for infantry, right? Let's go over vehicle stuff. So, alright, I got my UAV terminal. Let's connect that. Take UAV controls. So now I'm going to need to hold in bumper. This is shift. But for vehicle controls, let's get turned. As long as I'm on the mouse pad, I have gyro steering. Which I'm still going to use the stick for some main adjustments, but it's pretty neat to be able to do that. And then hold in the bumper. Down is Z, which is lowering the throttle. Came down pretty hard. But hey, that's how I roll. Now, the one frustration with the Steam controller is that I can't set multiple sets of controls, so I can't easily make triggers be gas. It's too much hassle. So, that mouse steering, though, makes it work pretty good. Also, let me just show, just in case that's not working for you, that, no, that's in game. You want vehicle free look disabled, so that will allow you to steer with the mouse. So it's taking my free look, but if I want to look, I can either hold that and still look around, or double click it, and then that frees up my control. So double click, go back in. Oh, and in a car, clicking in was the crouch, which is X, and X is your handbrake. So forward on the stick for gas, click in to brake. But yeah, I think I am fairly certain that covered everything. Let's check. Do I need to go over anything else in here? Oh yeah, I mean just on the leaning. You know, obviously if you're prone, you can just tilt, and that's going to be your roll. Ah, man, I love how that feels. So yeah, let me know how you guys like this. I would highly recommend the Steam controller even over like using Xpadder, even though the software is not quite there with Xpadder. The mouse movement is just, and the gyro is just, it's amazing. It makes it so much more accurate. So that's the comprehensive overview of my Arma 3 Steam controller profile. I tried to cover it all. Hope I may have forgotten something because there's so much, and trying to show you in Steam what I'm doing, just so you can see what's happening. But that is all I got. I'm just gonna keep on butt crawling around and playing some Arma. Man, this game is so freaking beautiful. Oh! Arma 3 with a controller. This might take a little bit of time. Yes, you get the... Oof. Yes, I feel it. The energy vibrating. Oh, shit. Red, the color of my car. Oh, sorry. Went into a little Les Mis there. Oh, I suck.
You suck so bad, you should be a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, I know. Shut up.